Welcome to Animal Kingdom Wonders. Today, we're going to explore why the Orpington is the perfect choice for small-scale poultry keepers. Welcome. We are in the final days of the avian influenza restrictions, and in just a week, our wonderful Orpingtons will be back out free-ranging in the fields, just in time for the breeding season. This week, a viewer asked us, why do you keep so many Orpingtons? So today, I want to share why I believe this breed is the ideal choice for anyone looking to keep chickens on a small holding. There are so many qualities that make them an excellent choice. Not only do they lay great eggs, but they also have fantastic maternal instincts, helping to sustain their flock across generations. Additionally, Orpingtons are highly valuable both as egg producers and as table birds. Selling eggs in point-of-lay hens helps them pay for their own upkeep. Let me take you through these qualities in more detail. Orpingtons have an exceptionally calm and friendly temperament. However, they do take a bit of time to build trust with people. One fascinating fact is that chickens can recognize faces. So if you purchase them young, spending time with them will help establish that trust. As you can see, my flock is gathering around me, eagerly waiting for some wheat from my hand. Why is a gentle temperament important for smallholders? Because regular health checks are essential. You need to be able to handle them easily to inspect, monitor, and care for them. Additionally, anyone buying chickens from you will want to ensure they can be handled with ease. Orpington eggs are larger than average, weighing approximately 65 grams each. This is Rowan, who is currently laying an egg, but I think she might also be sitting on another hen's egg as well. There are various estimates regarding how many eggs an Orpington can lay. This variation comes from the fact that some hens tend to go broody, causing them to stop laying for a period of time. Of course, they also sing the egg song like all other hens. This is Ganette, calling out her egg song, announcing that she has just laid an egg. So what makes Orpington eggs perfect for smallholders? Not only are they larger than average, but unlike most hens that stop laying in the autumn during molt, Orpingtons can continue laying throughout winter, only pausing when they molt later or go broody. One of the biggest concerns for chicken keepers is the risk of chickens escaping their enclosure, especially when free-ranging. However, with Orpingtons, this is hardly ever an issue. This breed is not particularly flighty, so a 3-foot, 90 centimeters, fence is more than enough to keep them safely contained. On our small holding, our fencing is just 90 centimeters high, and our Orpingtons are completely contained within their designated space. 316. This is our electric fence, and we've only ever seen Orpingtons get outside when they were young, at the stage when they start exploring their ability to fly with their lighter body weight. But as they mature, as you can see from Willow, they become large birds with relatively small wings in proportion to their body. Let me show you her wing. Compared to many other breeds, Orpingtons have noticeably smaller wings relative to their weight. We don't need to clip their wings, in fact, we never have. Once Orpingtons reach adulthood, they all stay within their free-range area without any issues. This makes them the ideal breed if you're a smallholder and want your chickens to roam freely on grass. This is our electric fence, and don't worry, I can touch it safely because it's currently switched off due to the ongoing avian influenza restrictions. Our chickens are still within their fully netted enclosures behind us, but by the time this video airs, they will be out on the grass, foraging naturally. This fence is 3 feet, 90 centimeters, high, which is more than sufficient to keep Orpingtons in as adults. We've never had a single Orpington escape once they've matured. But this electric fence doesn't just keep the chickens in, it also helps deter predators. In this area, we have a lot of foxes and badgers, and while no fence is 100% foolproof, an electric fence significantly reduces the risk. Unfortunately, some of our neighbors don't have electric fencing, and they have lost their entire flocks in a single night. We have never lost a chicken to a predator, but our neighbors have suffered major losses. So if you're considering setting up a fence to keep your Orpingtons within a specific area, 3 feet is enough. But we strongly encourage you to consider an electric fence, as it not only keeps the chickens in but also protects them from outside dangers. We have an entire series of videos on how to set up an electric fence, and I'll put a link above if you'd like to check it out. A broody hen is a hen with the natural instinct to sit on eggs and incubate them. It takes 21 days for a clutch of eggs to hatch, and during this time, a broody hen stops laying eggs. For many commercial poultry keepers, broodiness is something to be avoided because they need consistent egg production. But for smallholders and self-sufficient homesteaders, the broody nature of Orpingtons is a huge advantage. Most poultry keepers use incubators to hatch eggs, but a high-quality incubator can be expensive. Plus, it needs to be constantly monitored to ensure proper operation, and the water reservoirs must be regularly refilled to maintain the right humidity levels. But a broody hen does all of this for you, naturally. She maintains the perfect temperature for the eggs, automatically rotates them to ensure proper development, and cares for the chicks as soon as they hatch. This means that if you want to sustain your flock naturally without the need for an incubator, then Orpingtons are the perfect choice. To successfully hatch eggs, a broody hen must maintain the right temperature and humidity, as well as regularly turn the eggs to prevent the embryo from sticking to the shell. If chicks are hatched in an incubator, they are extremely vulnerable in their first few weeks because they cannot regulate their body temperature. Until they develop a full set of feathers, they must be kept warm, dry, and carefully monitored to ensure they are eating and drinking properly. But if you have a naturally broody hen, you won't need heating plates or heat lamps. The hen does all of this work for you. The broody hen will keep the chicks warm, protect them, and teach them how to eat and drink from the very first day. For smallholders, this makes Orpingtons a truly self-sufficient breed. They can hatch and raise the next generation without any additional investment in equipment. The best part? You get to witness the beautiful sight of a mother hen leading her tiny chicks, always following her like little planets orbiting a sun. Every smallholder raising livestock wants to reduce feed costs or, if possible, turn their animals into a source of income. Orpingtons offer 3 different ways for us to not only sustain our flock but also cover the costs of their housing and care. The first method is selling eggs. These are our eggs, and we sell them directly from our smallholding. However, in this rural area, egg prices aren't very high, only £1 and 20 pence for 6 eggs. So this alone does not cover the full cost of feeding the flock. So how do we balance the costs? We keep a breeding rooster, named Ramses, to fertilize our hens' eggs. This means that the eggs we collect are not only for eating but can also be sold as hatching eggs, which are much more valuable. Currently, we can sell 6 hatching eggs for £19 and 99 pence, which fully covers the flock's feed expenses. But feed costs alone aren't the only expenses, we also have to consider housing and infrastructure. Electric fencing, chicken coops, and even the netted enclosure we set up to comply with avian influenza regulations, all of these things cost money. So to cover these costs, we also breed and sell Orpingtons. We keep some hens to refresh our flock, while selling the surplus hens when they reach point of lay. Point of lay hens sell for £40, £45 each, which helps us cover infrastructure costs. However, when hatching eggs, not all of them will be hens, some will inevitably be roosters. And this leads to another opportunity. On average, the hatch rate is 1 hen for every 1 rooster. So, What happens in commercial hatcheries? Typically, when chicks hatch, they are sexed immediately. Male chicks, since they have no value in egg production, are culled as soon as they are born. But on our small holding, we don't do that. I feel uncomfortable with the idea that a rooster fights its way out of an egg only to be culled right after hatching. So here, every chick gets a chance to grow and experience life. By the time this video airs, our chickens will finally be free, as the avian influenza restrictions will have been lifted. They will be released back onto the grass fields, enjoying their freedom, scratching, foraging, and living a happy life. However, once the roosters reach maturity, they will be processed and used as table birds. This makes Orpingtons a perfect dual-purpose breed. They lay great eggs and provide excellent meat quality. I completely understand that this approach isn't for everyone. For many people, a simpler option is to keep only hens and let someone else make the decision about the roosters. I fully respect and support that choice. But if you are a smallholder breeding your own flock, then you need to think about what will happen to the roosters from day one. The reality is that you won't be able to sell all of them, even if they are purebred. In a good year, we might be able to sell 1 in 10 roosters. But what about the other 9? On our small holding, nothing goes to waste. Orpington roosters have a good life, raise naturally, and when the time comes, they become part of our self-sufficient system. And that's why I am completely comfortable with this decision. In summary, Orpingtons are truly the perfect breed for smallholders. They lay excellent eggs, have strong maternal instincts, and if needed, they can also be a high-quality food source. If you found this content helpful, give us a thumbs up to support our work. If you think I don't deserve a like, then maybe Willow does. She's been incredibly patient with me today, smiley face. If you haven't subscribed yet, join us by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon, so you don't miss any future videos. Do you have any questions about chicken keeping or small holding? Leave them in the comments, and if we can't answer right away, we might even make a video for you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.